Good morning. First, I want to thank you all for being part of MindSense, and thank you for joining the group. Thank you for your trust. I intend on bringing you lots of little tidbits, which is what today is. As you can see, the tidbit for today was 3 things that you can do to help improve the flexibility of your spine. I know that the Kriya for disease resistance didn't go over very well because of the feed. It was blacking in and out, the volume wasn't working. I did try to re-record it yesterday and upload it, and it was just not successful for whatever reason. So if anybody out there is tech savvy, let me know. Get a hold of me so we can get that video out to you, because it's important. There's good information on it, and I want you to be able to follow it and do it because of what's going on with Corona. So anyone who knows anything how to get that thing uploaded properly, just let me know. Today, what we're going to do is 3 things to help improve the flexibility of our spine. Very simple things to do. So these are from Kundalini, but we generally do these as warm-up, so we're not going to need to tune in like we did with the Kriya. So these basically just good exercises that you can do for yourself. What we're going to do is we're going to sit up tall. I did talk about root lock in the Kriya. I don't know if you heard it, and how to do it. So let me describe how to do that before we do the movements. So what root lock is, and before I even tell you what it is, for ladies who are either pregnant or menstruating, you don't do root lock. You can do all the movements, but just don't do root lock. What root lock is root lock is contracting your rectum, your sex organ, and your navel point. It's very similar to a Kegel, but a little bit more involved, right? So if a Kegel is just kind of stopping your urination, this is stopping everything, okay, and pulling up on your pelvic floor. So you're squeezing, and it doesn't have to be like squeeze, but you want a nice firm lock. Like I'm using it right now, but I can still talk, right? I'm not holding my breath. So just use it. Just pull this root lock in. Helps to kind of just put things in the right way, posturally speaking. It just kind of stacks things up. But what we're going to do is we're going to inhale forward, exhale backwards. Inhale forward, exhale backwards. Last time, inhale forward, exhale back. That's the movement. Your eyes, they're going to be closed. You're going to focus right here, right in between the brows, right at the bridge of the nose as you do this. Don't make some common mistakes about getting your neck involved and doing all this like wacky stuff. Keep your head up, your chest up, chin backwards, because the head wants to stay fairly steady. So you're just coming forward and backwards, just like this. So the reason that I'm showing you these today is my aunt had reached out to me and wanted to know some things that she could do to help improve some movement. And Auntie, do these in your chair. Fine. The movements don't have to be very big, just very subtle. Just very subtle movements. They don't have to be large. Just follow the breath pattern of breathing in and out through your nose, and you'll be good. Everybody who can sit down on the floor, do so. If you are stuck in a chair, if you don't have limited motion, this is going to help get some movement back in not just the spinal fluids, but all the little muscles that attach onto the spine. So please do that. The next thing we're going to do after the spinal flex is we're going to take our fingers and our thumbs. So our thumbs are going to go on the back of our shoulders. Our fingers are going to come forward. And again, Auntie, if you can't do that, if you can't bring your hands up like that, just this is fine. Even your hands on your knees is fine. If you don't have that right now to do that, that's fine. But for everybody who can, put your thumbs behind your shoulders and your fingers in front. Lift your elbows up so that they're parallel to the ground. And what we're going to do is we're going to inhale as we twist left, and then exhale as we twist right through the nose. Both times, inhale, exhaling through the nose. Inhaling to the left, and then exhaling to the right. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. Eyes once again closed. Now you want your head and torso to go as one piece. So when we move, we want it to go as one piece. Let the motion make the movements bigger. Don't worry about how fast or how slow you go in the beginning. That doesn't matter. Just know that this is going to be the movement, and that your head is going with your torso. Okay? Let your head come with your torso. Third thing we're going to do is we're going to do what's called Sufi Grind. We're kind of trying to just get all the the gushy stuff in our body, all the organs. We're just kind of giving them a nice massage by our own effort. So what you're going to do is you're going to, again, apply root lock. You're going to sit tall, and you're looking to just kind of just move the lower part of your abdomen, kind of like you're doing a hula hoop, right? You just, or a luau, right? You just want this motion where it's just your lower pelvis that's moving. So your hands are going to be on your knees, and we're just going to kind of just do this movement, and then we're going to reverse directions, and then we're done. Okay? So we're going to do it for 3 minutes each exercise, and we're just going to get at it. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see me doing it, but we're going to do it for 3 minutes. So everybody, get ready, sit tall, apply the root lock, close your eyes to the brow point, hands on your knees, inhale forward, exhale back. Inhale forward, exhale back. Inhale forward, exhale back. And just provide this nice rhythm for yourself. Just inhaling forward, exhaling backwards. And again, you can do this in a chair. So all you're looking to do is, again, just move this back and forth. The motion does not have to be very large. These exercises are geared at trying to move fluid through your spinal cord. There's a very mild, keep going, there's a very mild undulation that happens. It's called a cerebral spinal pulse, and it helps to move the spinal fluids up and around our spinal cord and through our brain. It's a hydraulic system, sort of, where keep going, I'm just trying to explain as you guys are doing it. It's this It's this undulation that starts to happen. So understand that this motion, what you're doing is you're doing this. You're moving this fluid through this circuit, right? This circuit of ours that we have. You're also moving the very small spinal muscles that are responsible for our posture. We think that the big muscles of our body are made to hold us upright and to be strong for us. Well, they're mostly used for like really strong dynamic movements. But when it comes to our postural muscles, they're very small. Keep going, we're not done yet. Just talking. Those muscles attach to our vertebrae, and as they attach to our vertebra, they give us the ability to stand tall, to bend forward, to go left, to twist, to do all these nice things. But when they're not working right, when they're not symmetrical, when there's disc spacing that has deteriorated because of mostly, to be honest, poor posture, because we're all dealing with gravity, and if you're not stacked up well in gravity, we're not done yet, keep going. If you're not stacked up well in gravity, you're gonna be off. Gravity can either be your friend or your enemy. Muscles want to move us through gravity, bones want to support us. But if you ask the bones to stop being lazy because the muscles are taking on the role of posture, because all the soft tissue, all the muscles, the ligaments, the fascia, the tendons, they're all going to take an abuse, and that's not what we want. Bones love gravity. They get strong with gravity. Muscles love to move us through it, but they don't want to support us. So doing this motion, got 10 more seconds. Doing this motion back and forth like this, you're increasing the capacity of your body to move efficiently. And that's what we're after. So everybody inhale deep, hold the breath, squeeze the root lock strongly, exhale the breath through the nose. Okay, so again, we want that movement coming through our spine. We want to be able to have the flexibility to reach down and pick up something off the floor without holding onto our lower back because we just threw it out. The yogis have a saying, you are as old as your spine. So you can be 33 years old and feel like 100. You can be 70, 80 years old and feel 30. This motion, it's very, very helpful. Very helpful. Again, next position, spinal twist. Hands in the front, touching the shoulders. Thumbs, they're out back. Elbows are up. Strong root lock. Sit tall, chest up, chin in. Follow your head with your torso. Inhale left, begin. Inhale left, exhale right. Inhale left, exhale right. Inhale left, exhale right. In and out through the nose. Eyes are closed, yet again. Head follows the torso. So sort of, as you're twisting left and twisting right, imagine that you're trying to look at your elbow. Okay? That way there, what you'll do is you'll make sure that your head's going in the same direction. Even though your eyes are closed, you're going to want to have the torso and head follow one another. Keep going. You want to sit tall. You want to really squeeze that root lock. You want to, almost as if somebody's like pulling you up by your head, because you want to rotate on just one axis. And then that one axis is just going to help get what we want done, which is, a lot of people have a problem with their sacral iliac joint. They have sciatic pain. They have all kinds of issues down in their lower back. This is this gentle rocking back and forth. And if you imagine that the movement is coming from your, again, navel point, which is not really your belly button. It's underneath your belly button and then inside just a little bit. It's this motion that should come from there. So as you're twisting, and keep twisting because we got some more time to do this. You're only halfway there. You're going to inhale as you're twisting left, exhale as you're twisting right, if you've forgotten the breath pattern. But try to get that motion coming from that belly button area. And as you're still sitting tall, as your eyes are still focused on your brow point, as you still squeeze root lock, as you breathe in and out through your nose, inhale left, exhale right. Keep going with that. We've got another minute to go with this. So, but that motion is so good for the sacroiliac joint. It helps to get the hips, because you may not know this, or maybe you will, and you're going to notice it more in the next exercise, that your pelvis, those hip bones, what they're doing is as they sit inside your ilium, what they do is they rotate. So as we're doing this, they're just this, like this, see my fists? They're back and forth. They're just doing this. You're getting some nice movement. And there's a muscle. Some of you who have had sciatic pain are probably aware of this muscle. It's called your piriformis muscle. The sciatic nerve comes through it, over it, or under it, depending upon what your body's, we're not done yet, 30 more seconds, what your body's genetic makeup is. It all depends. But that muscle, what you're doing is ever so gently, you're giving it some length. You're contracting it, you're relaxing it, contracting it, relaxing it. That is what muscles love. Muscles love the ability to get longer and shorter. They want to do that all day. It's like a sled dog. You put a harness on a husky, they want to run. Our muscles, well, they want to do something very similar to that, right? They want to move. They like to. It's like dancing. They like to dance. Come to center. Inhale deep. Hold the breath. Hold the breath. Squeeze the root lock. Exhale. Okay, our last little exercise to do. Wonderful exercise, by the way. It's called Sufi Grind. And Yogi Bhajan used to say that if you do this for 31 minutes a day, that your youth will never leave you. I've done it for 31 minutes a day. I did it for about 40 days, 50 days or so. And I can't begin to tell you how effective it is. So good. Makes you feel so good. I may look 100. I know. Somebody called me Santa the other day. It was kind of funny. But I feel young. I feel great. So we're going to Sufi grind. Hands on your knees. We're going to just rotate. So start rotating. So you're going to start going left. You're going to start rotating left. Inhaling forward, exhaling backwards. Inhaling forward, exhale back. And it's just, again, it's just your lower abdomen that's doing the work. As you can see, my head's going along for the ride, but it's kind of in its place. This whole thing that people do, I've seen people do this, you're not after that. Again, we're after, this is an internal thing that we're doing. We're trying to get the internal organs a little massage. This is important because it helps our digestion. Our digestion helps our immune system. Our immune system helps to fight illness. Is there an illness out there right now we're trying to avoid? Yeah, so come on, do this. This is good. Inhaling as you come forward, exhaling as you come back. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. It's a nice, gentle kind of movement. Don't forget root lock. I'm sure some of you have. If I don't say do root lock, just know that it's a given. Root lock in most Kundalini positions is a given because what it does is it engages the pelvic floor. We call that the lower triangle. The lower triangle gives your bodies the ability to stack the upper triangle. So if the lower is balanced, it helps to balance the upper. Keep going. Now reverse direction. Reverse direction. Keep going. Everything else is the same. Breathe forward, exhale back. Breathe forward, exhale back. Slow motion. And it can be something even, see how subtly I'm doing it right now? Kind of like doing a hula. Just like you're doing the hula hoop. Keep going. Inhaling and exhaling. Head again stays mostly in a neutral position. But anyway, back to the 31 minutes of doing this, by the way. It's unbelievable for what it does for your pelvis. It's said that this position, for people that have struggled with like endometriosis, they highly, highly, highly recommend doing this, endometriosis. If this is being very bothersome, if you're menstruating right now, just very subtle with the motion. And if you're pregnant, same thing. There's no harm in doing it as long as you do it in a very subtle manner. You're not hurting anything. You just don't want to extend it. And of course, if you're feeling uncomfortable in any way, stop. Use common sense. These exercises are meant to help you, not hurt you. So put in some common sense to it and then just use it for your benefit. So just a little bit longer. Now come steady. Stop the motion. Inhale deep. Hold the breath. Squeeze the root lock nice and tight. Eyes closed. Exhale the breath. Sit for a moment. Just sit. Breathe. Feel the shift. Okay, open your eyes. So, 3 really good things that you can do. They don't take long. Without me yapping away, it'll literally only take you 9 minutes. You can do it less than that if you'd like, but if you do it less, you do it for, like say 1 minute. You want to do it 1 minute each? Fine, do 1 minute of each one. When you do Sufi Grind, if you're doing it 1 minute, you do 30 seconds one direction, 30 seconds the other. If you want to extend the time, you can do that too. So if you want to do 5 minutes for each, great. Do 5 minutes for each one of them. 10 minutes, fantastic. 3 minutes is a great warm-up. You'll feel the results in doing it. I can assure you, do it every day. Make it part of your morning routine. Make it part of your bedtime routine, and you won't be disappointed. Hope you have a great day. Look for tomorrow's tip. I think we made you one on posture. Pass it around. See you tomorrow.